Cancer, hello. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back to those of you that are returning, and welcome to those of you that are new. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. We are doing the Cancer weekly read. Sun, moon, or rising placements of Cancer. It's a general reading, so it's not going to speak to all of you, but if it doesn't seem like it's your read, don't force the fit. There are some previously recorded messages for Cancer. You could take a look back at the history on the channel. I do feel like we get the messages we're meant to get when we're meant to get them. So even if there's a different date on it, it might be your message for this week. Cancer, I think there also are some excellent other readers, and they probably have weekly readings on YouTube as well. You could check them and maybe they've got your message, or you can just come back next week if this one isn't yours. We're doing 5 cards today from the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz, and then we're going to do some qualifiers, some clarifiers, I should say, not qualifiers, clarifiers from the Starman Tarot deck, because I want to play with my new deck. So let's see what we have for you. We're starting out with the Mother of Pentacles, and in this deck, the Mother is the Queen energy. So we've got a very earthy, supportive energy here in this Queen of Pentacles. Very practical, very much into the creature comforts, fully expressing your sensuality and understanding that bodies have value. Your body is a valuable thing for you, and it allows you to enjoy your physical existence. There's an importance to the pleasure in life, and this energy is coming through strong for you this week, Cancer, that you're allowed to enjoy things, to really be in your body, to enjoy the sensual pleasures of life, having an excellent bite of food, watching a sunset, feeling the sea breeze on your face perhaps. There are lots of ways to enjoy the pleasure of being alive and being in a body, and you're starting to spend some time this week, maybe, Cancer, focusing on that. Temperance is coming in and sort of cautioning you to a middle way here. So as you are enjoying being in a body, just kind of don't go too crazy with it, is what that's sort of telling me. The Two of Wands energy is speaking to you making plans. You're making decisions. You are perhaps formulating a new goal for yourself. Maybe something to do with the body. Maybe you have started a new workout program this week. Maybe you're training for a marathon. Maybe this isn't something you normally do, and so it's a new endeavor for you, and you're making plans about how to get ready for that Thanksgiving 5K when you have never run in your life. Or maybe you're deciding to sign up for a Tough Mudder and really push yourself physically. It also could have nothing to do with exercise. It could be some other aspect of being in a body you're making some choices about. And I think it's not like, should I grow my hair long or short? That's not what I mean. I mean more like you don't maybe always make very defined goals for yourself, Cancer. It's not always the way you function, whoever this is for, but I get the sense that you're looking at your physical self, and you're looking at your physical surroundings. You're giving it a little bit of caution. Like you want to make some plans. You don't want to make anything that seems too unrealistic. You don't want to, is what I'm saying. This sense here of this energy of temperance, you're sort of looking at, what can I do to change how I feel, who I am, what's around me. I'm going to make some plans now, and I'm going to do it in a very rational way. I'm going to do it in a calm way, so that I might actually get there. And the energies seem to be quite good for that, because there's next up here opportunity for prosperity. There's some new venture in the offing, some new money-making pursuit, perhaps some other new opportunity from a material perspective, something about achieving in a material way. There's a new opportunity to do that coming your way this week. And this last card is interesting because it's the Seven of Wands reversed. And that energy doesn't really go with the rest of this reading so much. It's a feeling like you're giving up. You're giving up on something. Maybe you're giving up on a bad habit. Maybe you're giving up on a present situation that you're in that physically doesn't feel right to you. Like, you want to change apartments. Maybe you don't like the neighborhood you're in and you want to go live in a different neighborhood, or this place isn't feeling right. I want to be by the ocean. For some reason, that water aspect keeps coming up for me, for you. I remember earlier I was talking about feeling the sea mist on your face, and I don't know where that came from necessarily, but I don't know, Cancer. I think there's something about, you are, a water sign, but something is I'm getting this sort of intuitive sense that this change has something to do with water. So whether you're going to take up a swimming class this fall, or you're going to train to improve your swimming, or you want to move to be by the ocean, yeah, I don't know. There's a really strong sense here of that. And maybe what you're giving up is where you're at right now, because I can't see what else would be. The rest of this seems quite positive, like you moving forward, and then we hit this wall here, and so it doesn't really feel like it fits with the rest. But let's see if we can get some clarification on that Seven of Wands in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. Some clarification, please, for Cancer. We have the Hanged Man. There's a sacrifice to be made. So maybe what you're giving up, it feels a little not great that you have to give it up. It could also be a sense of release, though, and maybe that's what this is. Whatever it is that energy around the Seven of Wands reversed, where you're giving up. What you're giving up is more about releasing something. And I'm just going to see if we can find another bit of guidance there about what needs to be released, or what you're choosing to release this week, Cancer. Spirit, what is Cancer needing to release, wanting to release? Nine of Wands. It's worry and anxiety. It's this, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not. It's not swords, it's wands. My bad. So what is this? So this generally speaks to, being very resilient, hanging in there, fighting the good fight. You're not down yet. You're still standing and you're exhausted, but you're still on your feet. And I think what Spirit is saying is whatever it is in your life that's making you feel like you're constantly fighting and constantly having to defend and be in one more battle, you're giving it up. You're going to release that struggle, which is fantastic. And it really does clarify for me that you get to move forward into this new opportunity, make this plan to move toward that new opportunity and improve things for yourself, because you're finally going to give up on that struggle. You're giving up that feeling of constantly having to battle something. So let's look at the Two of Wands. Let's get a little clarification on this planning that you're doing. This new goal you're forming. decisions you're making. You know, I keep shuffling, and almost everyone is getting this lately in the reads today. The Starman, which is magician energy. It's manifesting. It's taking ideas. Sorry, I'm trying to get him to focus. It's taking ideas and making them into physical things. Bringing forward the reality, bringing forward from your fantasy the reality you wish to see. So that's great. That's super great, because it tells me that whatever decisions and plans you're making, they're really coming from your deepest desire for what you feel in your body and in your mind and in your heart and in your soul is what you're meant to be doing. And being in alignment with that is super powerful, Cancer. So that's excellent. I'm just looking for temperance here. What are we being temperate about? The temperance clarifier is the Nine of Cups. Let's see if we can get that little lizard down there. She has got a fabulous outfit. Look at her. All of the characters here, I call her she, but because, you know, she sort of presents in the feminine here to me, to my eye. But all of the creatures, the beings, are all sort of androgynous in this deck, which is kind of nice, because the tarot is not male or female. They're energies, right? So the Nine of Cups energy is really around satisfaction and emotional stability, but it does have a tinge to it of pleasure, luxury, fulfillment, right? And I guess the qualifier on temperance is things are about to get so good for you, Cancer, that you may be feeling like you need to just be a little bit, give your head a little bit of weight over your heart with regard to indulging in the luxury that's coming your way. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, especially with this sort of focus on the body. You could be really so taken with how great you're feeling that you go a little too far, and that could relate to some sort of new workout regimen as well, because sometimes when we start working out, when we haven't been for a while, we're reminded how amazing it feels to move the body, to feel powerful and strong, to feel our muscles working, and you can maybe push yourself a little bit too far before you're ready, and have injuries from that. But I'm not saying you're going to be injured. I think this energy is just coming in to say that's why the note of temperance here. That's why the note of middle path and not going to extremes. Let's take one more qualifying card for Cancer around the Ace of Pentacles. I want to see if we can get any guidance from Spirit on what this new opportunity might be. You have the Seven of Swords again. No, we didn't have Seven of Swords. We had Seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords here. Focus. Come on. There's a lot of glare on these cards, but it's doing what now? Smashing something. There's snakes in that tank? I think there's snakes in a box. Snakes in a box, and somebody is smashing that box. Seven of Swords. So your new opportunity is coming with a feeling that you need to be very diplomatic. Whatever this new opportunity is, it's going to require you to act with diplomacy. So I don't know what that means for you. There may be something about it that's focusing on your communication skills and your way of saying things, Cancer, so that people actually hear the message that you're delivering, as opposed to getting defensive. So perhaps you're a negotiator. Maybe you are in family services. Maybe you work in a courthouse. Maybe you're at the front desk at the gym. Maybe you've decided really that this is about getting yourself into better physical shape, and you're going to go get a job at the gym because, you know, anyone who's worked in customer service knows that front desk you've got to be a really good communicator. Yeah, I don't know. But something about your new opportunity is really focused on you being tactful and very diplomatic, is what I'm sensing, Cancer. I think that's what I have for you this week. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. And if you haven't, please consider doing so. Every like, share, and subscribe gets us out a little further into more people's line of sight. And I think that's really great because these messages, I hope to help as many people as we can by sharing these messages. I'd love to have your feedback too if this one resonated with you. I'm really curious about what was going on there for you this week, Cancer. Thank you again. I hope you have a fantastic week. Blessings.